I mean,
Leicester are hitting a bit of form at the right time. And
Wester.
This is shambles.
Take 10.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you know Wester.
Yeah, Wester.
It's West Ham and Leicester, the same thing. Welcome back to Heads and Volleys, where we talk everything football. We're your hosts. I'm Brooksy.
I'm Steve.
And let's get straight into it. Right, let's talk about my absolute joke for club, Spurs then. Newcastle Spurs, 6-1. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing.
I texted you, didn't I, saying you're an embarrassment. I think that was at 3-0, was it?
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Well, it was quick, mate, because it's 3-0 within fucking 9 minutes.
8 minutes, and then, was it 21 minutes? It was 4 or 5.
21 minutes, 5. I was like, well, you've set a record there, but apparently
Honestly,
Man City spunked on Watford within 20 minutes, 5-0. So
there you go.
at least we weren't the worst team in history to get banged.
Nah, but
Shocking.
absolutely.
I was hoping to start having a little laugh at Arsenal, but they're going to be next, unfortunately. So again, second week in a row, starting with Spurs.
I don't think you got a leg to stand on, mate.
Not at all. I mean, absolutely embarrassing. 5-0 after 20 minutes. Team didn't want it. No one was hungry. I don't know why we went in. I mean, as we're shooting this video, Stellini's just been sacked anyway, so I think ultimately that was the best decision. Why was he still here? Madness. Conte's mate. Like, yeah, you can stay in charge, even though the manager wasn't working in the first place. But
What about Harry Kane, though, eh?
I mean,
how must he be feeling? That might be what sends him over the edge. He might go now in the summer.
Mate, to be fair, I already thought he was going to go.
Do you think?
I think you could. I mean, there's a result like that. It's not like it's the difference. Yeah, if Arsenal did that to Southampton, you'd say, okay,
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Fair enough.
Yeah.
Both of us competing for top 4.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
4th and 5th.
Yeah.
Madness.
It is literally a top 4 game, isn't it?
Yeah, but
like, whoever wins it is in pole position, and you've gone and got absolutely.
Well, it's done. I mean, to be fair, last week we called it. I thought we were going to lose 3-1, but to lose in that manner, you can't go to St James Park and let them score within the first minute. The crowd was already buzzing. They didn't look up for it. We were playing 4 at the back. I saw it when the lineup went out. I was like, oh, hang on a minute. We can't play 4 at the back with a right back in Pedro Porro who can't defend, and a left back as in Perisic, who's a bloody left winger at heart.
Do you know the maddest thing about it is?
What?
I can't believe you didn't start a goalkeeper.
I mean, he was just scared of the ball, weren't he?
I've never known a formation where a goalkeeper's not included, but yeah.
Well, I saw the stats once we're 5 down. They'd had 6 shots on target and he hadn't made a fucking save.
Yeah, it's shocking. And then he went off injured at half time.
Yeah, he claimed it. I mean, I think he's just been pulled.
You've just got to chalk that off as an absolute nightmare of a day. And like you say, the manager, whatever he was, caretaker's gone now.
Oh, he's gone now, yeah. So but
you
Ryan Mason in charge.
You can't be any worse, can you? So you just got to try and, lift it and just go. You're not going to get top 4, but you've got to try. And
realistically, at this rate, 9th is our best position. Well, you think it, yeah. Newcastle clearly. I mean, let's not take away anything from Newcastle. Absolutely smashed us apart. They were hungry, fighting for every ball. We weren't. Yeah. They literally never got started. So yeah, we can't take anything away from Newcastle. They were great on the day.
No, definitely.
As bad as we were, is how good they were.
Yeah.
But you think of the teams that are going to finish above us. You can say it now. Aston Villa, the way they're playing, easily going to finish above us. Yeah. Brighton deserve to finish above us.
As well,
Newcastle finish above us. Then what's that put us 7th?
We may do as well.
I mean, realistic. Oh yeah, sorry. There's no way you will do.
Yeah.
Your running's far nicer.
Yeah.
You're going to come to. I think we got to go to you as well after United, and you're going to pull us apart there.
Be a 6 or 7. Mate.
United is going to pull us apart next week.
Well, you might only lose 2 or 3-0 because they've just played 120 minutes, haven't they? So.
Well, yeah, I've
can't
got
see a 6 or 7. But that would be embarrassing. 6 or 7 against a team who just played 120 minutes.
Yeah, it is.
So, would you take a 4-0 now?
Nah, I'm not taking a 4-0 now. Nah. I mean, to be fair, I don't know what's even going to happen.
It's football, isn't it?
I felt like a couple of weeks ago, I was like, we just want to see the season out. But at this rate, I'd rather throw in the towel. What's it like? It's gone. I mean, the season's gone. I can't see us. Like I said, if we finish above 8, if we finish 8th or lower than that, I'd be fucking happy at this point. But.
You want to be lower. You don't want to be in Conference League, or do you want to be in Conference League?
I don't know what I want anymore, mate. Do you know what I want? I want us to get through to next season. If we finish 7th or 8th, happy days.
Yeah.
But start fresh, get a new manager in,
What do you think about going off track here? But we'll go
hang on,
with
you're going to talk about Poch?
What about Poch? Is he just been announced as going to Chelsea?
My heart. No, it's not been announced
but
yet.
It's,
it's strong.
At the time of recording, it's massive rumours that he's going to go to Chelsea very, very soon.
Yeah,
how do you feel about that?
I was gutted, mate.
What are Spurs doing?
I don't know.
What are they doing?
I mean,
because surely he'd come back to you.
Apparently so. Apparently he was chomping a bit. But you think, when he was at PSG, we were trying to move hell on earth to get him back, and PSG were blocking it. Yeah. And then all of a sudden he comes available and we're not interested anymore.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
And
sure, I mean, Chelsea, I know Chelsea have got loads of money, but is that a really attractive offer right now, the state they're in? Like, if you're Poch, would you, I think he'd choose you if he had the option.
I don't know, why would you? You've got a club that's spending 500 million each transfer window. He's come to Spurs. It was a mess of a club. Honestly, the worst.
But they're a mess as well.
Yeah, they are.
I suppose they got the money to throw it.
They can rectify that in a one transfer window.
It's true. And
we're so deeply rooted in trouble.
If he backs himself to buy the right players, like you say, he can spend 300 million.
I mean, you look at that squad, you get a decent manager and get them together. Yeah. It's already you don't look at Chelsea's squad and be like, they still need this position, they need this position. Whereas you're like, we need a keeper, we need 2 centre backs. Well, we've got a left back coming, but whether he can do it in the Prem yet, it's yet to be seen. We need an attacking midfielder. Yeah. We probably need a new striker when Kane leaves.
It's a tricky
the club's
one.
a shambles at the minute.
It's a tricky one. Should we move on, mate, before you?
I'd like to. Yeah. But again, let's not take anything away from Newcastle.
Fair play, Newcastle.
Absolutely stormed us.
And I'll just a shout
fully
out for,
deserved fourth.
Actually, I'll leave it for our player of the week. Actually.
Yeah. Okay then. Next we got Arsenal Southampton 3-3.
What game, eh?
Shocking.
What a game. 45 seconds, goal. What is Ramsdale doing?
Stormed it, mate.
And then Theo Walcott.
Ex-Arsenal.
Didn't celebrate, did he? Too much respect there. You've got
punishing his old club there.
You've got to celebrate.
I mean, he come out and said about against City, he was like, I'm going to help Arsenal win the league, and he's just gone and scored against them.
Yeah, that went...
Shocking. They go 2-0 down and then, huddle friends.
Yeah, that was bizarre. That was about.
Let's get together. What are we going to do, guys? Because we're getting pumped by the bottom of the league 2-0. Madness, mate. I loved it.
Yeah, that was crazy. But no, to be fair to Southampton, first half they were absolutely superb.
Yeah.
And that Lavia in the midfield.
Lavia and that, is it Alcatraz or Alvarez?
Alvarez, I don't know.
One of the other.
He was good goal, and the pass for the second goal was brilliant. But that Lavia, literally, they were he was getting the ball. Arsenal were just pressing him, and he was just spinning them. He was press resistant in that game, and I think he's like 21. He was released by City, or they sold him to Southampton for not much.
He did look good,
and he was controlling the game. And actually, when he went off second half, why they took him off, I don't know.
Well, they took Alvarez.
They took him off half time.
What's going on? He scored, got an assist, and he cleared him off the line.
Yeah.
I was like, mate, the guy's having a storm.
And then he got subbed. And then when they took Lavia off as well, Southampton completely lost control when they took them two off. And then when Arsenal came back in. But yeah.
I don't know what he was trying to do, if he was trying to see out for the points.
To be fair to him, he changed it tactically, didn't he? He brought on a centre-back. And the guy who came on did score the third.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure if it was that, or because was it Bentarek went off injured, didn't
he? Went 5 at the back, didn't he?
I thought,
But, and it was just invited the pressure on. But fair play, they held on for a draw, they almost won it.
Mate, great result. I thought Ward-Prowse as well had an absolute great game.
Yeah, he was everywhere. And but yeah, Arsenal.
I love it, mate.
2-2.
3 draws.
2-2 versus Liverpool at Anfield, you can understand.
Yeah, we said it last week, didn't we?
2-2 at West Ham. London derby, you can understand. Yeah. But 3-3 at home to Southampton?
Nah.
That's a collapse now.
It's a full-on bottle job. And I'm allowed to say it, because if we were in that position, they'd be saying the same bloody thing.
Yeah.
So, let's be honest, it gets won or lost at City. I think if City win, then... I mean, I feel like Arsenal's heads have already gone.
I feel like Arsenal have to win. If City... Even if it's
if Arsenal win, then... I mean, they are still in the driving seat, technically.
But the only thing is, I think Arsenal will drop points. I can't see City dropping many. City might drop 1 or 2, but more than that, can you see more?
I don't know. They've still got a couple of tough games each, but I think we've already seen Arsenal have lost their heads. City is storming. They're still in 3 competitions now.
I just think Pep and the City team know how to grind it out, and they know how to chase a team down, like we said last week. And Arsenal don't know how to see out a lead.
That's what I mean.
And I just think their heads have gone, like you say. I think.
Well, look how they capitulated last season. Experience. They've done the same thing last season, and let's be honest, they're missing Saliba massively.
Well, drop off to Rob Holding's just mental, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's crazy. I mean, you can just see it. They look scared. Look at Ramsdale. Mistake in the first minute.
Been quality,
and he's been great all season.
They do. They're too young. It's come too early for them.
Yeah.
It's come 2 years.
Do you know what? I think it is. They were playing with such confidence and they're at such a high that it's now sunk in that they might win the league. It's
just the pressure,
and it's gone straight to their heads, and they've fumbled under the pressure.
100%.
But I mean, ultimately,
who they got next? Obviously, City on Wednesday, isn't it?
Yeah.
What game that's going to be?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think it's won or lost there. Right, let's get into Liverpool Forest then. 3-2. Jota, cheeky little brace.
Absolutely thrashed them, didn't we?
Yeah, 4 goals in 2 games, and you wanted to sell him last week, mate. What's going on?
No, that's not true. Yeah. I said we need to rebuild the midfield and we don't spend money. So if a good bid came in, say around 60 million, I would understand them selling him.
You were saying, let's give him away for 30 million.
No.
Poor guy's been injured all season. You're like, sooner or later he comes back. Get rid of him.
But his injuries have become a lot more common, and we need players we can rely on. But to be fair to him, last 2 games he stepped up. I don't think we played very well on Saturday, but we've always got quality into the box with Trent and Robbo.
It was a bit of a ping pong game, weren't it?
He's brilliant in the air, and that second goal, bringing that down. Do you see?
Oh yeah, it was a quality finish.
And then finish that.
I mean, he shouldn't have had that much space in the box, but it was a quality finish.
Superb. And he's one of them, Jota. I think players like Nunes, Salah, Diaz, all of them really.
I mean, you've got a solid front line.
We need to play well for them to score or for us to win, but we can play poorly, and Jota can get those.
That's
kind
what I
of
mean.
goals.
I think he's a top quality player.
Quality,
and he'd be happy to sit on the bench and come off. Like they're the sort of players you need in a squad.
He's a good player. When he's on it, I mean, what can you say? That's a bit recency bias maybe, but yeah, like he was brilliant.
Yeah, he was top quality. I mean,
shout out to Trent as well. Trent's deliveries were unbelievable.
Yeah, he was.
Some of his passing was unreal.
Got man of the match, didn't he?
I think so. Since he's gone into that new role, he's looked back to himself. So yeah.
Yeah, it was an ex-boy. Big Nico Williams scoring against you as well.
Nico, looked a little deflection, but yeah, it takes it.
A little bit of history as well. I think Salah matched Robbie Fowler's all-time Liverpool record.
He's gone 5th.
Didn't realise he's been there that long. I mean, time's flown, isn't it? Really.
How many
seasons has he been there now?
Is this his 5th? I think it's his 5th.
Yeah, is it really though? Because that's a great return.
Or is it his 4th?
187 goals, isn't it? I thought it was like 6.
No.
I mean, either way, one of us are right.
Yeah.
Unless he's been there 7.
Nah, no chance.
But to be fair, I mean, like you said, I don't think you played that great. I thought by the end of it, I thought Forest were unlucky not to get a point.
Just looking dodgy at the back, aren't we? Like they had that guy who could take a long throw. Just didn't have to deal with it. Didn't have to deal with it.
I think he's been catching a few people out recently.
Yeah, so I don't know why they don't do that against anyone else. Yeah, literally, but it only seems to be us they score from it with. But Forest ain't scored 2 away all season, have they? They do it against us. Luckily, we just had enough.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't, they're so bad in defence.
Yeah.
Forest, like all their goals. You could point fingers at the defence.
I did get a bit worried though when they
right in the end, didn't they have like a little bicycle kick or something when they
they hit the bar, didn't they?
Yeah, they hit the bar.
And I was thinking, I said these are set to go down in last week's video, so I was getting a bit worried.
Yeah, our relegation one's already going a bit tits up. To be fair, I mean that's the Prem though, isn't it?
Nah, it's looking good.
Leicester. I mean, you've still got a good little run. You've got, I think, out of a lot of the top half, you probably got the nicest run in left of games.
Yeah, but we won't. Now Newcastle won. Top 4's not.
No, I don't think top 4, but I think you get 5th.
Yeah, 5th.
Or Brighton steal it off. Yeah, I say
5th or 6th. That make a difference, does it? As long as we're not in the Conference League, I'm not bothered really.
I mean, to look where you were, like you were knocking around with Chelsea mid-table and. At least you've turned it around, I guess.
It's been a good season.
Nah, I'm not going to go that far.
Yeah,
but I think by the time you finish, it's not going to be as bad as it sort of should have been. Yeah, if that makes sense.
Massive summer.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you need a couple of midfielders.
Got to get it right.
But yeah, let's move on then. So we got Bournemouth, West Ham. Crazy, didn't really see this one coming. 4-0 West Ham.
4-0, yeah.
I mean, you might. You called 2
very similar, didn't I?
Yeah.
No, I didn't do 3. I went 3-0 to Bournemouth.
Oh,
so that was the worst prediction in history.
Yeah, I think I went 2-1 maybe. But yeah, really didn't see that one coming.
Must admit, I didn't watch the game, but from what I saw.
Well, I think
West
that
Ham.
Arsenal result really have perked them up a bit. They got a great result in midweek against.
They were flying midweek.
Through to the. I mean, we're mocking the Conference League, but they're through to the semi-finals.
Yeah, for them it's massive. But I said, didn't I? I said I think they might have a hangover from Europe. It's going to go one of two ways.
Absolutely not, mate.
It went the other way. They were fresh as a daisy. They had their Lucasade and they were ready to go. So,
I mean, Rice on the score sheet again.
Yeah.
So that's 2-2 for him.
Ran from the halfway line in Europe as well, didn't he? He's looking Gerrard-esque.
I mean, he's buying himself his transfer in the summer, really, and he's getting pepped up to be brought. I think that's the only problem is that West Ham priced him out of a lot of teams.
Yeah, it's a bit like Saha when he was in his prime a few years ago.
Yeah, exactly the same situation.
Could have gone to a few clubs. They wanted like 60, 70 mil, and then just got priced out.
You think about a winger, you can sort of argue that price range for what they were asking for him at the time. You can sort of say, okay, yeah, they justify their price. For a defensive midfielder, 100 million, it's just unheard of.
I don't see him as a defensive midfielder though long term. I think you see him when he drives forward. I think it box to box, a bit like Gerrard. I think that's
who doesn't play that formation. You play him in a 3. He's not playing central. So
yeah, he is. If you play him in a 3, play on the left to the 3. Nah, of course he will.
I don't see that. I see him as a central midfielder in a 3. If that,
what,
if
like
not
a 4-2-3-1?
Well, if you're playing him in a 3,
4-3-3 is the holders. You're saying, aren't you?
Yeah.
And then you're saying what, a 2 in a 4-2-3-1?
If he's in a 2, then yeah, he's either way. He's the defensive.
I think
midfielder.
he can do it more, but I think.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. He can play box to box, but I don't think many teams play that sort of formation.
Even the way he runs, the way he ran forward in that Europa League game or the Europa Conference League game. Those kind of runs, or like the goal of the weekend, arriving late in the box.
I'm not saying he can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, to me, and I think to a lot of other clubs, if they're buying him as a defensive midfielder. Well, they're not buying him as a box-to-box, so someone's going to score you like 10, 15 goals a season.
Yeah, I think he's capable. I think we'll have to disagree.
Well, I'm not saying, again, I'm not saying he's not capable. I'm just saying I don't think you spend 100 million on him.
I think he will grow into that kind of player.
Possibly.
A Gerrard-esque player.
Possibly.
I'd pay...
I mean, he's still young.
If Liverpool had 250 million in the summer,
yeah,
I'd happily pay 90 or 100 for Rice. Honestly, I would.
Yeah.
I'd pay 100 for him.
Yeah.
150 for Jude. Job done. That's what I'd do.
Yeah, well, you come out of your pocket, is it, mate?
Obviously, I'm not going to pay that.
I'd pay 500 million
what
for
I mean
Mbappe,
is,
mate.
I'd rather go and pay that kind of money for one of them, or both of them in Dream World, than go and get 3 or 4 Mason Mounts. And do you know what I mean?
Oh, hang on about. 2 weeks ago, you were creaming your pants for Mason Mount, mate.
Creaming my pants for Mason
You were like,
Mount.
Bellingham and Mount, that's what I want.
Well, yeah.
Now you're like,
really?
Stick a Rice on it, mate. Just for the England midfield, do you?
I'm obviously not. No,
go knock on City's door and say if you can have Calvin Phillips.
This is a dream world. This is a dream world. Obviously, I'd have Rice and Bellingham in dream world, but obviously neither of those are going to happen. We won't get either.
I mean, one could happen.
But what I'm saying
Don't
is,
see them both happen.
I'm putting Rice up there as, not as much, but right up there in the, players that are available in the summer maybe. Mm. Bellingham and Rice would be your choice of any club.
I mean, realistically,
no one's taking anyone else over them, are they?
But again, I think it's the price bracket that will sort of put a few people off. But cheeky little scorpion kick in the game. Pablo found, was it 4 nails?
Yeah.
Had a little grizzle afterwards as well. Obviously meant a bit to him. Do you see it?
I didn't see it. No.
What? Little cheeky flying scorpion kick, mate. Coming through. It was a bit of a screw-whiffer, but still, it was a banger, mate.
Decent.
Can't pull that out of the bag.
No. Well, he scored it.
Well, yeah. He's not going to have a little grizzle and have a little cry if he didn't score.
Cry scored a goal.
Yeah, he's buzzing, mate. I think it was the 4th one as well, so... Fair play, West Ham. Great result. Right, let's get into Leicester Wolves then. The Dean Smith's reign starts now.
The 2-1 prediction derby.
Great result, mate.
There we go.
I mean, we called it.
Whoa. We called it, and do you remember we had a tie break?
Well, hang about.
What was the tie break?
Yeah, but it doesn't count. It's like if we put a bet on, you put a goal scorer, and they don't start, it gets void. So, and to be fair, if I went first, I picked Maddison, you were like, okay, I'll go Iheanacho then. It wasn't like you were like, I'm going Iheanacho. You were like, okay, if you're picking Maddison.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Maddison didn't start, but my guy did start.
None in void. None in void.
What was interesting though, why didn't Vardy take the pen?
Because he's done, mate. His legs are gone.
But surely he's still the penalty taker. It's quite bizarre that he was on the pitch and didn't take it. But I mean,
it was in the first half, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the first half, definitely.
I don't know. Well, I mean,
he went
obviously
half
Iheanacho takes better penalties.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe.
must be.
I mean, maybe, I don't know. Weird one, but yeah.
Great result for Leicester, though.
Got
I think Jose Sarr letting them down again in goal. Seems to be making mistake after mistake.
Yeah, he can't live up to
last week, he tried to claim one from a corner or something.
He's not hitting the heights he hit last season, is he, really?
No.
One of the best keepers last season, but yeah.
Do you know what I was saying to one of my friends is a Wolves fan? Shout out, Big Kev. And I was saying, I thought he was a second keeper. I thought they started the season out with a different keeper.
Oh, really? But they didn't.
Apparently not. I think he broke his wrist or something, and he was out for a few games or something like that.
Right.
But, yeah, I didn't think he was their first choice, but yeah, another result. I think Wolves had a pretty good first half, but Leicester obviously dominated in the second. They've definitely picked up under Dean.
Yeah, it could be exactly what they need to start. Go on a little run, get a couple of wins, and they've got got a chance.
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
Wolves probably, arguably, still need one more win.
Yeah, I mean,
so they're in kind of awkward territory, aren't they? Where it's like, they're probably going to take their foot off the gas a bit.
Yeah, I saw enough from them to be.
Oh yeah, they're going to get down. They're not
winner.
going down, but
no.
It's just until you get that win, it's just kind of a bit of.
Yeah, it's just it feels like it's been a little bit like Wolves' season this year. Like some games that they start really well, or they have really good patches, and they just either can't score the goal they need.
That's it. They knock it about really nicely, and they make chances, but they've just all season they've just not really been able to take chances.
I think not having that Jimenez or that out-and-out goal scorer that's getting them 15, 20 goals a season has obviously had a bit of an impact on them. But yeah, I think now, Costa got his goal, and they've got is it Chang?
Is it Cunha who scored at the weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah, but they got that Chang's back from injury.
He's been in and out, hasn't he, all season, really?
Yeah,
like,
but
come on, make an impact.
I saw flashes of him that he looked pretty good early on. Yeah, so I think they'll be all right. Make a couple more.
Yeah,
get a couple Portuguese players in the summer.
I can't think of their fixture off the top of my head, but they get enough. They're doing enough.
Nah, they're fine.
Even if they kick a couple of draws, it's not going to,
That's it. I mean, I think ultimately Leicester deserved the win, but yeah.
It's just to see if they kick on now and carry on.
Yeah, definitely.
Or it's just a flash in the pan.
Right, let's get into Fulham Leeds then. Another good win for Fulham.
Yeah, back on it after a couple of bad run. Won the last two, haven't they?
Yeah.
Leeds.
Turn that form around.
Leeds, I feel for them.
Real trouble, really, isn't they?
I mean, I've predicted it, didn't I?
They just can't defend. They really can't defend.
No, they didn't really start looking dangerous until they went 2-0 down, and it's too late by then. They managed to get the goal back, but they didn't, they huff and they puff, and they've got some good players. They've got that Somerville.
Well, Somerville had little flashes.
And Gonto, isn't it? Nonto, whatever his name is.
Gonto.
How do I say it?
I don't know.
The Italian, he's a good player. I don't think he started the weekend, but he's a good player. And they've got, Bamford can do a job, but they just.
I don't think Bamford's good enough. I really think they've made him look better than he actually is. I like who's that winger?
Don't hear Alex tell you that. My brother Alex is a Bamford super fan.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's like a super fan from his time at MK Dons. So shout out Alex.
Who's that winger they got that come from City?
Jack Harrison.
Yeah, I think he's decent.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah, I think
he's the type of player. If they go down,
do you know what baffles me? They've got Dan James on loan at Fulham.
At Fulham, yeah.
What?
Played up top recently.
Yeah, but they need someone like Dan James.
Who do?
Leeds.
He plays for Man United.
Are you joking me?
He plays for Leeds now.
Yeah.
On loan at Fulham.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No.
They signed him, and I think he I don't know how many games he played for Leeds, but he played like a fair amount, and they loaned him out to Fulham.
Have you dreamt that?
I swear to God.
Dan James is
on loan at Fulham from Leeds.
Now you said it rings a bell, but it just doesn't make any sense.
It makes me scratch my head.
That's bizarre.
Don't get me wrong, he's not world class or anything, but you think someone like Leeds, who are struggling, crying out for a Dan James.
Wow.
I'm right, ain't I?
Yeah, that's a shout.
Madness.
Well, after you said it, I was like, it rings a bell.
Well,
that doesn't make
I remember thinking about it a while back, and then I heard...
So he obviously didn't play at the weekend, then, did he?
I think he came off the bench at Fulham. Oh, hang on.
He can't have played.
Oh, no. Yeah, of course he didn't.
But he played the week before up front.
Yeah.
He scored.
But yeah, it must have been that then, because I remember hearing his name and being like, oh, it's mad that Leeds crying out for a pacey winger.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong, he doesn't score bags and bags of goals, but he'll still get a couple.
Chipping, yeah, that's crazy.
Mental.
Whoever made that decision.
I thought Harry Wilson's goal, smashing finish.
Yeah, great
He's
finish.
been looking decent recently.
Yeah, they had a free kick as well. And
Yeah, didn't he hit the bar or something, didn't he? Oh, no, he pulled up a good save, I think.
He had a free kick and William and him were standing over it. And I was like, why is Harry Wilson...
Oh, no, William took the free kick.
I was like, why is Harry Wilson not taking this?
Yeah.
Because he can hit a free kick.
Yeah.
And I realised after
I
remembered he can also take a free kick.
Yeah.
So they got good options there.
Yeah. Yeah, because Wilson scored a few for Wales back in the day, didn't he?
Yeah, Wilson. Yeah, Wilson. You know, he's one of these players. He's in and out, and he's in and out of his form. But when he's on it, he's got great strike on him.
Yeah,
technically very good. And William is too good for Fulham anyway. He's doing.
I mean, it's mad though because I remember the William that went to Arsenal, and he looked completely done,
washed in the air.
Yeah, and then now he's at Fulham. He's actually having a bit of a.
Might be a big fish in small pond.
Rejuvenation, yeah, maybe.
Big fish in small
or he's just trying. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
because I remember seeing him at Arsenal. I was like, he's gone, mate. Yeah. He's done.
He's doing well.
Yeah, fair play to him.
For them, well
he's pulled it out. I think
they're a well-run club, and Marcus Silva's a really good coach. I think, and he's
getting the best out of him.
Where are they? Oh, let's get the table up there. They're still kind of top 10, aren't they?
I think they're 8th or 9th.
8th or 9th. So if they can kind of consolidate that, great season for them.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to scroll. I'm cutting this as well.
Yeah.
They are 9th. So yeah, if they finish 9th.
Yeah, so they're doing good. I mean, Leeds are in a world of trouble.
Like I predicted.
Yeah, I mean, I'm liking it. To be fair, I mean, as time's gone on now, and I say by time, 1 week, I do generally think it's between Leeds and Everton now.
I
think Leicester, I mean, realistically it was, but we were saying Leicester and West Ham were sort of there, but I mean Leicester are hitting a bit of form at the right time. And
Wester.
It's just shambles.
Take 10.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you know Wester.
Yeah, Wester.
It's West Ham and Leicester, the same thing. I mean, yeah, them two, they've hit a bit. Well, I say are we saying Leicester have hit a bit of form? I think.
Well, I think you've got to be careful with them because it's what they're doing next. But West Ham are safe now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
West Ham are safe. So it's between Southampton. Who even knows the way Southampton play?
They've got
and even Bournemouth at the weekend. If they play like that again and get a win, so Bournemouth, Forest, Leicester, Everton, Leeds.
Yeah, the Bournemouth gets sucked back into it.
Well, I thought that. Then I looked at it and I think they still just need 1 win. Well, they've got 6-7 games left. They're going to get 1 win out of 7, surely.
Yeah, I think so.
1 win, they're safe. So it's between them 5.
I generally think still. Everton and Leeds. I think
Everton, Leeds, Leicester, and then the two obviously.
Out of them two to be the third to go down. I think
so you're completely ruling Leicester out already. I think give it this week.
No, do you know? No, I'm doing it.
You're writing them off.
I mean, they played well, and they didn't even have Madison. So yeah,
wow, okay.
I
think bold. I mean, I've kept Leicester up. We both kept Leicester up, but I think it's.
Well, to be fair, you know, I said they needed 8 points, and 3 of them points that they got wasn't from Wolves, so they've already got 3 points on top of the 8 I thought they were getting.
Oh yeah.
So
you might be wrong on your other one.
I think I had them as for a draw for Wolves, so they're already ahead of my prediction. So I think they got a couple of good games. I think they've got Everton at home, and then they've got
from Wolves. Sorry, I don't want to pick pockets in you, but draw from Wolves. You said
I had them getting the draw
2-1 win for Leicester. We just call it a day.
I'm having a fucking mare, mate. Jesus Christ. Okay, then maybe I did. Oh God, I've lost it. I've lost the plot. Got memory of a goldfish. Let's move on. Let's go to Villa Brentford. Brentford looking back to themselves.
Yeah,
this
big Ivan getting the goal.
I mean, good result. They look better this week. I think they look more back to normal, playing stronger. They're just passing the ball around a bit. They're actually having some good chances.
Solid team.
I mean, against Villa, the form they've been on as well.
I mean, to halt them. Like when they went 1-0 up Brentford, I thought, they're going to stop their run, and obviously they didn't get the win, Villa, but come back to get a point. So
yeah, I mean, but you think Villa they sort of played well towards the end of the game, and they weren't throughout. I think Brentford definitely deserved to get the win. I think, and I think there was a bit of a tight offside call as well, if I remember.
Yeah,
that was a bit harsh on Brentford.
But Villa, I mean, I think Villa.
I mean, they're still.
See how they do.
I mean, it's a similar. If you look at how Newcastle were last week to Villa, I think it's just one of them weeks for Villa that they just didn't play as well as they could.
They've had a great couple of months.
I see him coming back well next week.
Yeah, well, Ollie Watkins didn't score for the first time in about 2 months.
Yeah, do you know what? I didn't realise that he used to play for Brentford.
Yeah, he went there.
Yeah.
He was at Exeter. And then he went to Brentford, I think.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Didn't know.
Wasn't sure.
So it'd be interesting to see if he gets back on it this midweek, or if he has a little.
No, I'm sure he will.
I'm sure he will. Yeah, it'd be fun. But yeah, he's a good player.
And it was that crazy miss from that Kevin Shardy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell you what.
Yeah. I mean, took it around the keeper and absolutely whiffed it, mate.
Yeah, mate. Honestly.
I mean, he had a touch. He could have took a touch. Had a cheeky touch. They go. I think they were winning 1-0 at the time as well. Go 2-0 up, and it's
Game over, innit?
I say game over. It's not really game over against Villa, but definitely a horrible miss.
Yeah, one of them.
One of them ones.
But good point, I'd say.
I was about to say, decent point for both sides.
I mean, both teams have had great seasons, so...
yeah, I think both teams would have walked away happy with that. Yeah. Especially in the form Villa have been in for Brentford and the way Brentford played.
Exactly.
I think they both, like I said, with that crazy miss. Good point. Good stuff. And let's get into the ball draw. That was Palace-Everton.
Yeah.
The 0-0.
I can't say I watched much of this. Not really much to see.
There wasn't much for the highlights.
But,
I mean, Calvert-Lewin being back, I think he made a bit of a difference, but
it's a massive plus for Everton if he stays fit.
Yeah.
But a couple of times this season it's happened where he's come back.
Not lasted long.
And then he's lasted about 20 minutes. But if they can keep him fit from now to the end of the season, that could be the difference for them.
Yeah,
if he can get a couple of goals.
Well, they need his goals.
He's their only real goal scorer now. They got rid of Gordon and Richarlison.
Yeah, I think.
So I think it could be massive for them. But I don't want to. I mean, didn't I predict it? Yeah, I did. I predicted it.
You did.
Good shout. But yeah, it could be a massive point for them.
I think it's a big point for both. Again, another game where I think realistically going into it, they both would have took it. Yeah. Especially Everton looking at the form that Palace have been in. I think that point realistically makes Palace safe now as well, so maybe they're on holiday.
Yeah.
But then Roy did come out afterwards, and I think he was saying that's it. Like we wanted to sort of get safe, but he still wants to push them on.
Well, I think they need one more point to be sure, but realistically they probably are okay. But
I think.
But we've got 7 games left still. 6
games,
I mean, so they're going to get.
I think they're getting a couple. I think they're probably getting a couple wins realistically.
Yeah, so they're fine. And Everton, it could be a massive point come end of the season.
Yeah, 100%. I think, they're desperate for points in a minute, so they'll take them wherever they can get them. And I think, I think it's a good point. I didn't really see it. I think I had Palace winning 2-0, so that weren't any of the points I was putting them down for. So yeah, good result, realistically.
Not that they marry up normally, your points and your prediction.
Mate, I just go with the flow. That Holgate getting sent off as well, I'm pretty sure he's just come back from injury, isn't he?
He's one of the most unlikable players.
I think on his day, I think he's all right.
No, he's not a bad player. He's okay, but he's just...
We just don't like him as a person.
No, I don't like him. I just don't like him as a person.
Probably didn't like him. I think he's out for the Newcastle game, but again, he's been injured for a few months, I think. So... Have they missed him? Not really.
No. Well,
I'm surprised Cody's not getting more time, like game time.
Didn't he have an injury though? Is he not?
I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe I'm not.
Gosh, but big game for the week. Midweek, Newcastle.
I mean, Newcastle. If they play like they did against us, they're gonna fucking ball their.
Well, I hope so because I've got Newcastle in my last man standing, so I'm hoping for a win there.
Right, let's get into our 3 players of the week then. Shall I kick us off?
Go on then.
Got Big Jota to start with. Getting a cheeky brace. Yeah. Finding his shooting boots again.
That's it. Popping up when we need him.
I mean, yeah, he's had a couple of good games, and I thought he was a solid. So, I mean, ultimately didn't play that well, but he took his finish well. So, yeah, he's my first pick for the week.
100% agree. He was one of mine. I'd say, like I said earlier, he's one of those players that we don't play well, but if we put quality into the box, he can finish. So,
yeah,
we showed that last 2 games. Massive goals for us. 4 massive goals. So
yeah, that's it.
Fair play to Jota.
Yeah, definitely deserved it. Go on then. Do you have Jota as well? Did you?
I did have Jota. Another one I want to talk about is, still don't know how to say it, is Lavia.
Okay.
Romain Lavia. I think I said that right. Probably wrong. I just think he looks an absolute talent. He's 21 years old.
He's young, isn't he?
He literally, Arsenal try and press him, and he just doesn't panic. He's great on the ball, rolls them for fun, plays the pass when the right pass when he knows when to release it, and just brilliant young player.
It does look good.
If if he
I
can.
mean, he had a good game. He did have a good game, to be fair.
Yeah, I think he's massive for Southampton. And I know a lot of Southampton fans, seeing on Twitter and stuff, literally rave about him and say he's going to be top level player. So I thought against the league leaders, against Arsenal, they couldn't get near him first half. And then they subbed him.
Yeah, it's mad that.
Some bizarre subs from...
They did. Southampton brought a lot of City's youth academy, didn't they? I swear, like half their signings were from City. It's like they had a little cheeky deal on the go or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, he definitely looked good. I mean, on the subject of Southampton, that's my second one. I got that Alcatraz.
Well, I was going to go with him. I thought that's too obvious. I don't want to just go for the goal scorer.
I think he was
well.
one of the ones that epitomised Southampton's performance. I mean, he took his goal really well. I mean, his pass was like inch perfect.
The pass to Theo was brilliant.
Yeah.
And then he got saved one off the line. Then he gets subbed at half time.
I mean, but yeah. But they got him in January, I think.
Do you know where they got him from?
I can't remember where they got him from.
Did he come from...
But he's young and
I think from River Plate or something like that.
Maybe.
He came from South America.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's only got a couple of goals so far, but that performance, like I said, I think he was one of the driving forces for the performance, and I think he was really unlucky. The poor bugger got subbed off at half time.
Yeah, no, he was very good. Both those two.
Yeah.
And Ward-Prowse were fantastic.
Ward-Prowse as well, yeah.
Ward-Prowse just everywhere.
Done enough for me to get into my, I say my team of the week, the 3 of the week.
The 3 of the week. Oh,
3 of the week.
Pardon the pun.
Go on then. Who's your third?
Well, I was struggling for a third.
Oh, really?
But I want it. It's not just this week. It's more the last couple of weeks. And I want to go Declan Rice.
Ooh.
So in midweek in the Europa Conference League, he scored that goal. He literally ran from the halfway line, didn't he? Yeah. Just when West Ham needed it. And then a nice 4-0 win from this weekend, and he just pops up edge of the box, arriving late, pops up with a great finish. He's starting to become a really fill out into his boots.
Fill out into
his boots.
He's really growing.
Yeah, he's really grown. He's growing into a top player. And I rate him massively, and I think he's probably brilliant for England.
I mean, if West Ham stay up, which they probably will now, but he's definitely got to be one of their biggest reasons why.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I think they struggle without him, but
yeah.
I think my third one was easy, really. I thought I could have picked any Newcastle player.
Yes.
And I was literally batting my head against Joe Linton and Murphy, but I've ended up going for Isaac.
Yeah, would have been my third.
2 good finishes.
Yeah, he's a player.
Watched him. I mean, they're winning 5-0, and he's still tracking back in defence.
He's
again
so calm in front of goal.
Yeah, I mean,
great that second
finisher.
goal where the ball, it was just a reverse ball, wasn't it, from the right? And he just had a touch, and then he had another touch. Didn't panic. He had maybe three touches, and then he just slots it away.
I mean, he had an empty goal, but still.
I mean, yeah, like I said earlier, Spurs didn't have a goalkeeper, so it was hard. But he just in front of goal, he's just so calm.
No, he's very clinical.
You can't teach that. You either are or you aren't.
That's what I mean. And I think to be fair, Willock, Joe Linton, Dan Burn, they all had great games. Like it could have been any one of them.
Sarr got 2 assists, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean,
Jolinton was great. Jolinton was unbelievable as well.
Newcastle, they were just hot.
They were playing against under 10s. So
Sunday League, Sunday League best.
Yeah, but
so he was my third choice.
Yeah, right.
So yeah,
right.
It's our players of the week. Right, let's quickly go over our match predictions. Then we'll touch on last week. We've sort of gone over a few of them, but we had Leicester Wolves. We both went for the 2-1, I believe. So
we did, but we had a tiebreak.
Bang on the money there. I mean, it was again none in void because Maddison didn't play, so can't really count.
No, Iheanacho.
Fair play, you got Iheanacho for the goal scorer. Leicester's both celebrating getting the 2-1.
I'll take that as a 1-0. Thank you.
And then we had Newcastle. I went for the 3-1 Newcastle.
I feel a bit silly now. I only went 2-1.
Yeah, unfortunately, 6-1. But
I mean, who saw that coming?
Correct winners. I mean, I think everyone saw that. Bit of a banker. And then we had Palace Everton.
You went
0-0. I went for 2-0.
I went for 1-1.
So you got the correct.
Say that as well.
Correct result. That's a good shout for you. And then we had Bournemouth and West Ham. I went 2-1 West Ham.
And I went not so good. I went 3-0 Bournemouth.
Yeah, just a little bit off.
We can't be perfect.
Roles reverse, mate. Would have been a good shout.
Yeah, can't be perfect, can we?
West
Can't get
Ham
them all right.
4-0.
Can't get them all right.
So this week we've got Leeds.
Well, so am I taking that as the win then?
Yeah, you won this week.
That's 1-0 to
me. Well,
yeah,
you got a couple of correct results. So 1-0 to you.
1-0 to the win. Thank you
very
much.
The big Ginge. And then this week we've got Leeds Leicester. I've gone
Leicester.
for
It is at Ellen Road, is it?
It is at Leeds, yes.
Okay.
I've gone for a 2-1 Leicester. Let me guess. You've also gone for a 2-1
I was going to
Leicester.
go for a 2-1 Leicester.
Okay, well, I'm going to get in
No.
early then. I'm going to get in early. And
Go on.
Ian Atcho. You can have Madison. Watch him start. He'll bloody score.
All right, I'm going to change it then.
Go on.
I'm going to go for a 1.
Change the scoreline.
I'm going to go 1-1.
Crazy.
I'm going to go for a 1-1. Even though I've already
Leicester
Leeds.
scoring at least 2 goals against
I'm going
Leeds.
for a 1-1.
Okay. So 1-1. So let's just say I've won next week then already. And then
You're loving Leicester, aren't you? You're confident on Leicester.
Yeah,
Are you going to change to be a Leicester fan now? Have you given up on Spurs?
No, that's not happening. Then we've got United Spurs. I've gone for a cheeky 2-1 United. They're at home. We're shocking. I think I've been generous to say that we're going to score a goal.
I'm going to try and say this with a straight face.
Go on.
I'm going to go for a 1-0 Spurs win.
Shut up.
No, joke. I'm going to go 7-0 Man United. No, I'll go
Come on.
3-1.
Spurs.
Do you know what? Actually, avoid that because United have just played 120 minutes.
Yeah, but we're shit, so...
And you've just sacked your manager.
That's a big shout.
going-
I think it depends on who we get as our coaching staff.
I'm
whether
going to go
I've got any
2-2,
sort of
you know.
confidence.
I'm going 2-2.
Okay.
Yeah, I think new manager back. Ryan Mason, oh no.
It's not going to be a new manager bouncer, is it? It's not like we've
But
got
he's a popular
Nagelsmann or
guy, though,
Poch
isn't
coming
he? He's a
in.
popular guy, though. I think you could get a reaction. And Man United could be knackered.
But again, if you look at it, going off subject, Conte had Stellini and Ryan Mason under him, and then
Yeah.
Stellini had Ryan Mason under him. Now
Yeah,
Ryan
maybe.
Mason. It's a knock-on effect. It's going to have the same, no impact.
I'm going to go 2-2 on the theory that you can't be any worse and Man United might be knackered.
Who?
So, Man United.
Man United.
Man United, I'm tired. Man United might be knackered. So I'm going to go 2-2.
Okay. So you've got 2-2 there, and then we've got Arsenal City. I've gone for a 3-2 City.
I'm going to go.
I think City go 3-1 up, and Arsenal get a late 2 to make a last nice 10-minute
I'm going to go
fight.
4-2 with this goals. This goals
4-2
to City.
City. Okay. And then we've got Southampton Bournemouth. I've gone
This is
for
interesting now.
an on the fence 1-1.
Last week, I would have gone 3-0 to Bournemouth.
Yeah,
But things change quickly in football.
they do.
And if Southampton can play half as well as they did in the first half against Arsenal, they can get a result here. But I also think Bournemouth will get a reaction. So I'm going to go for another draw.
Couple me and go for a draw.
I'm going to go 1-1.
That's what I said.
But we're going to need
Who's our goal scorers?
We're going to need a tie break. I'm
You
going
going
to
Lavia?
No, he doesn't really score. I'm going to go...
I'm going Big Dom Solanke. Oh, I pinched you to it.
All right, I'm going to go for Jade and Anthony
Oh, so we're both going Bournemouth.
for Bournemouth.
Okay.
Because I
Well,
don't know who would score for Southampton.
that's fair enough, sir. That's fair
Theo
enough.
only scores because he played against Arsenal.
Yeah, he's not scoring.
Alcaraz, is he going to score again?
Ward Prowse, absolute.
Yeah, do you know what? Let's go.
free
One more.
kick.
I'm going to go Ward-Prowse. Let's do it.
Okay.
Ward-Prowse pen.
Well, that's it. Lock them in then.
Yep.
You know what to do, guys. Make sure you subscribe and like.
Yep.
Smash
that subscribe
Yeah,
button.
smash the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you next week. Actually, we'll see you on Thursday because midweek games. So by Thursday, I mean
Double
video will
helpings
probably
this
be out Friday. So yeah, make sure you tune in for that. Stay safe. See you in the next one.
See you later, guys.
Peace.